Good day everyone, my name is Clarence and today I'll be presenting my report for Project 1 titled Influences of Development and Socio-Cultural Dimensions of Learning. Introduction. Every learner grows and learns in unique ways, and many of these differences come from the environment where they are raised. A person's development and learning are not only shaped by what happens inside the classroom, but also by the relationships with family, friends, teachers, and the community. The way children interact with people around them and the kind of support they receive at home and in school can strongly affect how they think, behave, and build their values. This research focuses on five important influences of development and social-cultural dimensions of learning, which are parental involvement, parenting style and rearing, provisions for specific experiences at home, and peer influence and teachers. Each of these factors helps shape a child's personality, values, and motivation to learn. Understanding these influences allows us to see how learning is a result of both personal effort and social support. For our first slide, which is letter A, parental involvement. Parents play a very important role in their children's education because they are the first teachers at home. When parents actively participate in their children's learning by helping with homework, attending school meetings, and showing interest in their studies, children become more motivated and confident. This involvement sends a message that education matters and that their hard work is valued. A supportive parent also provides emotional encouragement, which helps students face challenges and continue trying even when schoolwork becomes difficult. When parents and teachers work together, it creates a positive environment that allows the child to develop discipline, responsibility, and a love for learning. The guidance and encouragement of parents truly serve as a strong foundation for our child's success. So, what we mean by that? So, parents are the very first teachers of every child, from teaching us how to walk and talk to helping us with our homework. Parents play a huge role in shaping how we see learning. When they attend school events, or talk to teachers, or simply ask how our day was, it gives us a sense of support and motivation. A child who feels guided and appreciated at home tends to perform better in school because they know someone believes in them. On the other hand, when parents are not involved, students may struggle with motivation or their confidence. That's why it's really important for parents and teachers to work hand in hand because children learn best when both home and school provide the same support and encouragement. So next slide. So next, let's talk about parenting style and child rearing. I'll just explain what is being said on this slide. Parenting style refers to the way parents raise, guide, and discipline their children. This this greatly affects how a child behaves and learns. One of the best examples is the authoritative parenting style, where parents are kind, understanding, and yet firm when needed. This balance helps children develop confidence, independence, and respect for others. But if parents are too strict, children may become fearful or lose confidence. If parents are too lenient, children might grow up without discipline. The key is balance, a mix of love, rules, and understanding through proper guidance. Children learn not just what is right and wrong, but also how to make responsible choices on their own. For our third slide, which is letter C, provisions for specific experiences at home. I'm gonna read the slide first and explain it. So, the home serves as a child's first learning environment. The experiences that children have at home can shape how they learn and how they see the world. Simple activities like reading bedtime stories, playing educational games, or helping with household chores teach responsibility, problem solving, and communication. Parents who provide these experiences help their children develop curiosity, creativity, and confidence in exploring new things. So, what do we mean by that? We mean that means the home is the first and most important classroom for our children. Because before a child ever steps into school, they already begin learning from the things they see and do at home. Simple activities like reading storybooks, helping in the kitchen, or playing educational games help children develop curiosity and problem-solving skills. A home filled with love, peace, and encouragement makes a child feel safe to explore and express themselves. Uh, when parents spend when parents spend quality time with their children, it not only builds intelligence but also emotional strength and self-confidence. These small but meaningful experiences at home prepare children to be more ready and positive toward learning in school. Okay, next slide. For our next slide, which is letter D, titled Peer Influence. I'll read first and explain. As children grow older, their friends begin to have a strong influence on how they act and think. Peers often shape a student's interests, behavior, and motivation in school. Positive friendships can encourage teamwork, discipline, and good study habits. When students are surrounded by classmates who value education and respect others, they tend to do the same. So, we mean by that is that the fourth factor, which is peer influence, when children grow older, their friends become one of their strongest influences. Peers can shape Their peers can shape the way students think, behave, and study. Having good and supportive friends can motivate a student to do well, join school activities, and develop teamwork skills. However, there's also the risk of negative peer pressure when, just like when students are influenced to do things that are wrong or unhelpful. That's why is it is so important to choose the right group of friends. A positive circle of friends can push us to become better, more focused, and more responsible individuals. Also, friendships also helps us learn empathy, communication, and cooperation, all of which are important not only in school but in our real life as well. For our fifth factor, which is letter E, teachers. Teachers play one of the most important roles in students' growth and learning. They are not just sources of knowledge but also mentors who guide, inspire, and motivate their students. A good teacher creates a supportive classroom where students feel encouraged to share ideas, ask questions, and believe in their abilities. Teachers who show kindness and fairness help build their students' confidence and love for learning. Aside from teaching lessons, teachers are also shape values such as respect, honesty, and perseverance. Their dedication and care often leave a lasting impact on students, influencing not only their academic performance but also their attitudes in life. The bond between teacher and student shows how education is not only about books and grades, but also about understanding, trust, and inspiration. So the explanation on the in this slide is that this last factor, which is teachers, uh, teachers play teachers play one of the biggest roles in shaping a student's future. They are not only educators but also mentors, guides, and sometimes they are not just educators, they are also mentors and guides, and sometimes even second parents. A great teacher doesn't just share lessons, they also inspire students to believe in themselves and chase their dreams. When uh, When a teacher shows kindness, patience, and understanding, it helps students feel seen and valued. It builds their confidence and encourages them to do their best. Teachers also help students discover their strengths and overcome their weaknesses. Um, Beyond academics, teachers teach us values like honesty, respect, and perseverance. This, this lesson stays with us after we leave the classroom. Their influence reminds us that education is not only about grades, but about growth, attitude, and purpose. For our last slide, which is the reflection, I'll read first. Through this research, I have learned that learning is a shared process that involves many people and environments. It is not just about what students study, but also about the guidance, care, and support they receive from others. Parents, peers, and teachers also play important roles in shaping how a person grows, learns, and builds character. I realized that when a child receives love and encouragement from home, good influence from friends, and inspiration from teachers, learning becomes more meaningful. These influences remind me that success in education is not achieved alone, but through the combined effort of everyone who helps a learner grow. Understanding these dimensions helps us appreciate how social and cultural relationships shape who we are and who we become. So, in short, after I studied these five influences, I realized that learning is not just an individual process. It is a shared experience, one that connects the student and the school, and the community. I learned that a child's success depends on the support they receive. Parents provide love and foundation. Peers bring inspiration and teamwork, and last is teachers give knowledge and direction. When these three come together, learning becomes more meaningful and complete. That's all. Thank you.